Welcome to the second episode of Behind the Data podcast. Now, let's assume as a company, as I said, small, medium, large, no problem, but make sure that you have a cloud strategy. Now, let's assume the cloud strategy is taken care. What is step two? Step two is capturing the data. Capturing the data. Traditionally, when we all had infrastructure on our own data centers locally, a lot of hesitation. Okay, why do we need to capture this data? This is going to be multiple terabytes of data, right? So we, over a period of time, if you take last 10, 15 years, as data modelers or database administrators, all advocated, do we really need this data? Can we capture this less? Do we need to keep more than 3 years data, right? So a lot of hesitation for storing the data. But if you want to take the AI journey with the power of cloud, we need to come out of that constraint. Constraint of why we need to capture the data, why not? What else we can capture this data about, right? I buy a specific brand's yogurt from the grocery store. 3 out of 4 times, I don't find that. I'm sure that retail store has they are capturing the data. They are maybe storing in cloud or on-premise. I doubt they have data about a customer not finding the product 3 out of 4 times. For that product alone, I go to another store. Just because this store, they don't carry that inventory. That maybe I'm going on, Sunday morning instead of Saturday. Maybe everything, whatever they are keeping in inventory, it's all over on Saturday. But if they could capture somehow, if they could capture that data, which will be nice. Like maybe put a lot of monitors everywhere, like touchpad, like, did you find, what else you are not finding? What else you are not finding? Maybe that, right? It's gold. 10 years back, if you want to capture the data, think about the number of customers into number of stores, into number of minutes somebody click, a number of devices. It's like, terabytes or petabytes of data. And it used to be costing a lot of money, a lot of servers. But today, we don't have the problem. We have the cloud already, and we are ready to store the data in the cloud. The data storage is much more cost efficient now, right? So now we need to be a lot more open about capturing the data. So a lot of customers, when we are going after, like, let's say, they'll say, okay, we need to do a forecast, a sales demand forecast for next 12 months. 90% of the time, the sales forecast is going to go refer to the historical sales. So if I need to go look at the historical sales is telling what we sold. It's not telling what we did not sell because of the price was high, because the inventory was not available, or because of a particular feedback from a social media that week about something, right? Or we sold a lot more because of a particular campaign. So if you capture just the historical sales, like how much we sold, without the peripheral data, without knowing what happened that particular day, be it stock, be it campaign, be it a macroeconomy trend that day, what happened. Without having that, we will read that sales data. It's an incomplete data for me. If we do this demand forecast for next 12 months with that incomplete data, we have a problem. The demand forecast will not be accurate. So the rule of thumb here is not just capture the transaction data, capture lot of data around that transaction. what happened at that direct uh, during that transaction, that sale, and what happened before, what happened after, what was the kind of an ad we were running, what kind of an ad maybe our competitor was running, what kind of promotion competitor was providing, what promotions we were offering, and how much stock we had, all that. And in fact, which aisle, if we are a retailer, which aisle we had this product that day? Did we promote and kept everything in the first aisle? Is that why they sold more? We need to know a lot about around that data. So, so that second topic is very clearly that capture as much data as possible. Don't have hesitation to capture the data. Today, there are a number of ways to capture the data. It's not always somebody entering in the system. It may be a camera, it may be a device, it may be a sensor tracking the temperature, it may be the foot, number of people walking by, number of people using the system, number of people visiting the website, right? Lot of machine data is also available now. To truly envision and get the benefit of the AI, you need to capture a lot of data. If you have lot of data from multiple different systems, you will be able to see a lot of use cases, multiple potential use cases. When I say lot, I also mean complete. If if as a company we want to really ensure we want to grow the top line, the sales, that means we want to capture everything around sales. Or if we want to, AI to really focus on optimizing the warehouse operations and all that, we now really need to capture everything around that, right? So when I say lot, it's not like capture 10 here, 10 here, 10 here, leave another 10 here. Not that. You need more surrounding and complete data. So that's about today's topic. Capture the right, complete, more data, not just the transaction, everything around the transaction. That's about today. We can now look at, we got the cloud, we got all this data. Now let's look at what is the future of this AI, where all we can use this AI and get the benefit, get ahead of the competitor, deliver great value to our customers. See you next week.